Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole flock of Israel. You Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshua, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So we got to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rekak Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of Great Millstone who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether you can accept it or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing the truth and believing in truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, waking up the hope of the elect. And shalom to the Awal who are listening learning. If you sisters are listening learning. Mosaic from Jeremiah Solano Camp coming at you with a lesson in truth, facts, faith, and education. Another day of education, Lord, let us be edified. So I titled this lesson, A Change is Coming, but for the worse. There's a change coming, but it will be for the worse on this side. So, Lord, let us be edifying. And as I was putting this lesson together, I thought about this clip from this guy, Sam Cooke, man. And when he started this song off, he said, I was born by a river, right? He said, I was born by a river. Well, when you read in Psalms 137, what does it start off and say? Let me read it real quick. This is Psalm 137. It reads, by the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down, yeah, we wept when we remember Zion. So when you listen to this song, he said he was born by a river. Babylon the Great, man. So there is a change coming, but it's for the worse. So I'm going to start here in 2nd Ezra, chapter 8, in verse 50. It reads, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. When your guests bring it's a 2nd Ezra 8 and 50. For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Verse 56. For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his law, and forsook his ways. Moreover, they have trodden down his righteous, and said in their heart that there is no God, yeah, and that knowing they must die. For as the things aforesaid shall receive you, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. For it was not his will that men should come to naught, but they which be created have defiled the name of him, have defiled the name of him, have defiled the name of him that made them, and were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them. And therefore is my judgment now at hand. So let me go here to Ezekiel. And the Lord said, there's judgments that's coming. This is Ezekiel 14 and 21. It's a change coming, but it will be for the worse. This is Ezekiel 14 and 21. For thus saith the Lord power, how much more when I shall send my 4 sore judgments upon Jerusalem, the sword and the famine and the noisome beast and the pestilence, to cut off from it man and beast. Yet behold, therein shall be left a remnant that shall be brought forth, both sons and daughters. behold, they shall come forth unto you, and ye shall see their way and their doings, and ye shall be comforted concerning the evil that they have brought upon Jerusalem, even concerning all that they have brought upon it. So the unknumbered multitude is going to see these men, and they're going to be comforted. Like I tell you in Isaiah 35, it says, strengthen ye the weak hands and confirm the feeble knees, right? Say to them that they have a fearful heart, be strong. Your power will come even with a recompense. He will come and save you. He's coming with vengeance. He's coming to save the hopeful elect. So it say, yet behold, therein shall be left a remnant that shall be brought forth, both sons and daughters. And we always tell these hopeful elect women that under a multitude is going to be mostly women. Because right now in the earth, there's 14 women to every man right now. Okay, that's the statistics right now, man. It's 14 women to every man right now. So the under multitude is gonna be mostly women. It said, both sons and daughters, behold, they shall come forth unto you, and ye shall see their way and their doings. This what the unknown multitude seeing those 144,000 men, which we know all 144,000 men are not here. Some in the spiritual realm, but most are here. So it say, they shall come forth unto you, and ye shall see their way and their doings. How? Through the unicorn, the internet. And ye shall be comforted concerning the evil that they have brought upon Jerusalem. Okay? It's going to be calamities going on out here, man. But you're going to see the hopeful elect and be comforted, even concerning all that they have brought upon it. And they shall comfort you. See, this is talking about the men. Okay? These men, and they shall comfort you when ye shall see their ways, which is what? Upright, integrity. The Lord said, lift you up a standard upon the high mountain. That standard is the whole flick to turn back to the Lord in integrity, man. And they shall comfort you. In Isaiah 35, it reads, when ye shall see their ways and their doings. What's the doings? Stand in great boldness for Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah. And ye shall know that I have not done without cause all that I have done in it, saith the Lord power. Right? But the point I want to make is Ezekiel 14 and 21. For thus saith the Lord power, how much more when I shall send, when I send my four sore judgments upon Jerusalem, the sword and the famine and the noisome beast and the pestilence, to cut off from it man and beast, right? So let's go here to Jeremiah. So check that out now. So this is Jeremiah 15. 2. So it said Ezekiel 14 and 21, the Lord's finna send 4 sword judgments, right? So this is Ezekiel. This is Jeremiah 14 and 2. It reads, Jeremiah 15 and 2, Salakia. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith Yahweh, such as for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as are for and such as are for famine to the famine, and such as are for captivity to the captivity. And I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith Yahweh, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. Right? Let's get this in Jeremiah 1. Jeremiah chapter 1, it reads this. Jeremiah 1 and 14. Then Yahweh said unto me, out of the north, out of the north, an evil shall break forth upon all the inhabitants of the land. Right? This is Jeremiah 25:32. There's a change coming, man. Oh, I spelled Jeremiah wrong. There's a change coming, and it's not for the better, man. Okay, bear with me here. This is Jeremiah 25:32. It reads, thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coast of the earth. And the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of earth even unto the other end of the earth. They shall not be lamented, neither gathered, nor buried. They shall be but dung upon the ground. And I was just watching the elder brother from GMS Watchmen. He doing the lesson now. How they I actually just put it in the chat. They over there in Nigeria, man, they cutting the people's money off, and they only can draw. It said like because it's going to this whole CBDC thing. They only can get like $225 a week from the ATM. They cutting the money off, and Jay think this is a game, man. This is this is all going to happen because Jake refused to return to the Lord, man. Like it said in Second Ezra. Let me read this again. In Second Ezra, chapter 8 and 50, it reads, for many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. For when they had taken liberty, they despised the Most High, thought scorn of his law, and forsook his ways. Moreover, they have trodden down his righteous, and said in their heart that there is no God, yea, and that knowing they must die. For as the things aforesaid shall receive you, so thirst and pain are prepared for them. For it was not his will that men should come to naught, but they which be created have defiled the name of him that made them, and were unthankful unto him which prepared life for them. And therefore is my judgment now at hand. So these jakes that's thinking things are going to get better, it's not going to get better, man. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 40 and verse 8. And it reads this: such things happen unto all flesh. Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners, death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. All things that are of the earth shall turn to the earth again. Because the Lord gonna destroy North America, Babylon the Great, and other parts of the world. All things that are of the earth shall turn to the earth again. And they tell you that in 2 Peter 3. Okay, everything gonna be dissolved with fervent heat. It reads, and that which is of the waters doeth return into the sea. All bribery and injustice shall be blotted out, but truth dealing shall endure forever. But true dealing shall endure forever. The goods of the unjust shall be dried up. From what? Intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Okay? Those 200 million warheads. The goods of the unjust shall be dried up like a river, and shall vanish with noise. What noise? From those intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Read this again. The goods of the unjust, Sirach 40 and 13, the goods of the unjust shall be dried up like a river. Like we see Mississippi River drying up, like we see the Euphrates drying up, and shall vanish with noise. What noise? From the missiles, the warheads, like a great thunder in rain. This was about to go down, man. And Jake is running around here, still talking about the money phone, man, playing games. Well, death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood, man. And now here comes a flood of fire, man. This is Jeremiah. This is Jeremiah 16 and verse 3. It reads, For thus saith Yahweh concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that begat them in this land. They shall die of grievous deaths, they shall not be lamented, neither shall they be buried, but they shall be as dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword and by famine, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and the beasts of the earth. Judgment is coming, and Jake think this is a game, man. This is GMS Saints of the Most High Bar. Brother Dawada, subscribe to the brother channel. In the final lesson, 2 Ezra 14 and 16. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter, man. And 2/3 of our people are not preparing for what's about to come. Because Jake don't even understand that their family members are going to turn on them. Let's get this. Your family members is going to turn on you. This is Amos 9 and 8. And I was watching the elder brother yesterday. The brother, the elder brother from North Carolina, he was going to how his cousin's been dropping dead. His cousin been dropping dead, man. Hey, the Lord, hey, you gonna start seeing it? Your family members. This is Amos 9 and 8. Behold, the eyes of Yahweh power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob. And not destroying the house, and not utterly destroying the house of Jacob is the remnant, which I read in Ezekiel 14 and 22. Saith Yahweh, for lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, showing that Israel was scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in the sieve, yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth. Now one elect gonna be left behind. All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake nor prevent us. This is these Jakes that don't believe in God. They don't believe in the Most High. So they say, what? The evil shall not overtake nor prevent us because our people don't believe in the Lord, man. Esau, Edom said the same thing. This is. So I want to get here first, Michael. Oh, matter of fact, no. Let's get this. In Matthew, let me be jumping around a little bit here. In Matthew 10, That Matthew 10 and 34 reads this. Now, this is the words of the Lord, which two-thirds of our people don't believe, man. For some reason, as Apostle Paul say, hey, Jake, the Lord got them in a deep sleep, man. They slumbering. This is Matthew 10 and 34. This is the words of the Lord, man. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. Think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. This is the words of the Lord, man. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Why is the Lord doing this, man? Why is this going to happen? Because they're going to reject the truth. In Luke 12, that's why I tell you that in Ezekiel 2, and this book is filled with lamentation, mourning, and woes. This is Luke 12 and 51. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division. So it said in Matthew 10 and 34, the Lord ain't come to bring peace but a sword. He isn't come to bring peace but division. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father. If the Lord is all love, why is this going to happen? And it's already happening right now, man. This is playing out now, right now. The mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother. The mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. This is happening right now, man. Let's get this. Just want to go through these same precepts. This is Mark 13 and 12. It reads, now the brother shall betray the brother to death, and the father the son, and the children shall rise up against their parents, and shall cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. Is not great millstone hated for the name of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh? But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Now, let's go back. In Matthew, in Matthew 10 and 21. Let's read this one. These things are going to happen because the Lord is about division, man. This is Matthew 10 and 21. Same thing it say, and the brother shall deliver up their brother to death, and the father the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and call them to put to death, man. Why? For truth's sake, man. For the name of the Lord, man. Now, Michael mentioned this too. Let's read it here. This is Michael 7 and 6. And it was just something I was meditating on. Michael 7 and 6 it reads, for the son dishonoreth the father. The daughter riseth up against her mother. The daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. A man's enemies are the men of his own house, man. Okay? What is saying Amos? This is Amos. Everybody following Christianity, man. So, this is to the world, this is something new, right? I'm sorry, Amos 3 and 2, Salakia. Amos 3 and 3. It reads, can two walk together except they be agreed? So because of this truth, man, which is hate speech, which is a cult, Your family gonna be against you, man. But then you're gonna start to see your family dying off. Why? Because can two walk together except they be agreed, man? A lot of things gonna play out, and these people have no clue what's going on. Well, the Lord said in Matthew 13 and 41, because the angels is always appeasing the wrath of them that made them, right? Matthew 13 and 41, it reads, the Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom all that offend, and them which do iniquity, and shall cast them into a furnace of fire, that shall be wailing and gnashing of teeth. So another going into two sides of the Lord, man, righteous and the wicked. The 2/3 of our people, they have no clue of what's going on, man. Why? Because the God of this world have blinded them, man. To chase the bag, focus on being successful, man, at whatever cost it takes. When these devils, let me get this article, man. Let me just read this. These devils, hold on, bear with me for a second here. You know what? Let me just get it from the phone. It say, let me put it up. We don't know what's going to happen on the 13th, but Lord willing, man. Lord willing, with this whole Biden bucks, man. So, let me see here. It say the central banks limited weekly over-the-counter cash withdrawals. So it says Nigeria caps ATM cash withdrawals at $45 daily to push digital payments. Okay? It said Nigeria bans ATM cash withdrawals over 225 a week to force use of CBDC. Yeah, man. Jay don't have no clue what's going on. Well, what it say in Second Ezra? For all these things, right? They will refuse to repent, man. Matter of fact, let's get it. That's Second Ezra 15. Let's see here. Is it 16? It say this Second Ezra 16. Let me read this. In verse 18, it reads. Verse 17 reads, woe is me, who would deliver me in those days? The beginnings of sorrows and great mournings, the beginnings of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, which is happening now. That's why they had that meeting about getting rid of the conspiracy theories. Okay? And the powers shall stand in fear, like it said in Isaiah 19, because of the shaking of the hand of the Lord, because of the counsel. So what it say in Jeremiah 50 and 43? The king of Babylon had heard a report of them, right? Because of the shaking of the hand. It said, the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Okay? This is the stiff neck and hard-heartedness of Jake, man. The stiff neck and hard-heartedness Jake is not considering. That's what it's saying. They ain't considering the things that's taking place, man. It say verse 22, For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, man. So to tell you in Amos 5 and 18, it reads, Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. As if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house, and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bit him. Meaning there's going to be no escape for the 2/3, man. Because it said all these things is going to happen for the 2/3, man. In Zechariah, in Zephaniah 1 and 14, you got all these big swole, you got these big swole bodybuilding niggas. You got these big swole Jake running around here talking about they got these ARs and AKs and they got the vests and rocket launchers and they got this and they got that. They got all the obsolete weapons of Esau Edom. Because these devils got drones. Okay? They got they showed you in the movie, what's this movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Eraser. They got guns they can point at you and give you a heart attack, man. These devils got radiation and microwave guns and drones. It say Zephaniah 1 and 14, the great day of the Lord Yahweh is near. It is near and hasteth greatly. Even the voice of the day of the Lord is near. The mighty man shall cry there bitterly. So if the mighty man gonna cry in the day of the Lord, if the mighty man gonna cry, this is talking about soldier types, okay? Hey, cause the hardest the hardest people on the planet right now when it come to war is them Russians, man. So if they gonna be crying bitterly, how much more for regular men out here, man? And that's why we keep telling these women, man. You want to be hard headed. You want to stay bucking up against men of the Lord. Well, in that day, hey, like I said in Hosea 4 and 7, whatever you glorify in right now, that's gonna have to save you in Jacob's trouble, man. The Lord said He's gonna turn your glory into shame. Whatever you like glorifying right now, whatever it is, money, cars, clothes, whatever it is, guns, whatever you like doing, that's gonna have to save you in Jacob's trouble, man. Cause that's gonna be your God. And most of our people right now already idle. That's why I said in 2 16, they shall feed you being idle with things offered unto idols, man. That's why most of our people already took the jump shot, man. They already idle. They have been conditioned to be idle, man. The Lord put the spirit in Esau Edom, the so-called white man, to condition our people to be idle, man. And that's why Isaiah, this is Isaiah 6, in verse 9, it reads, Also I heard the voice, Isaiah 6 and 8, also I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send, and who shall go for us? Then said I, Here am I, send me, which is the angel, just like the same counsel in Second Ezra in Second Chronicles 18. Okay, when those three angels came out and asked the Lord and told the Lord, they all had different ideas of how they was going to entice the king Ahab, man, to go and follow Ramoth Gilead. It say, and he said, Go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see you indeed, but perceive not. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. Right? It say, Then said our Lord, How long? And he answered, Unto the city be waste without inhabitant, and the house without man, and the land be utterly desolate. So Jacob's gonna be bugged out or in their own little whatever until they get destroyed, man. Until they get destroyed, man. They don't want to convert, which is uh con meaning with vert meaning truth, man. They don't want to convert to the truth, man. So they don't get put to death, man. But Jake don't understand what's really going on. Well, the Lord got him blinded. Can you imagine you watching your killer walk right up on you, but you thinking your mind somewhere else, and he walk right up on you and hit you with that shank? That's Jake, man. Watching the killer walk right up on him, man, but thinking everybody is all love. And this devil doing this, man. He promoting what's this here? Gender neutral, right? Everybody love everybody. That's that old come as you are, that plantation Christianity feel good message, man. So everybody is all at peace, everybody high and hallucinating. Everybody high and hallucinating marijuana and pills, man. And everybody just in the what's this Woodstock spirit, man. And these niggas finna lose their life, man. Shalom to the occupant off on the comic boy. Shalom. The wife for tuning in. You have about Shema Shop Rock a Thumb. Hey, I was just meditating on this, man. I just want to make some points. The Lord said in Jeremiah 1 and 14, out of the north an evil shall break forth, and he's going to send his full sword judgment, which I read in Ezekiel 14 and 21, man. Four sword judgments, man. And Jake have no clue what's going on. And we've been seeing a lot of examples of Jake getting ate up by dogs, kids getting ate up, women, men, been getting tore up by dogs, man. Different type of animals. The Lord been doing this. Mountain lions catching these Edomites on their little hiking trails, catching Jake. Hey, with the channel, what is called Gore, uh, Faces of Fear, Faces of Death, and all these different channels that they took down. These things is finna really play out, man. And Jake is won by money, man. So I was just meditating. Lord willing to edify. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rekah, Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders, great millstone, who teach well, whether apostles and elders of all Israel, whether you can accept it or not. In a sense of salutation to all the occupant pushing the truth and believing in truth throughout the four winds of the earth, the entire world, wicked and hopeful elect. And shalom to the Awwath who are listening and learning. And you few sisters who are listening and learning. I want to close with these precepts, man. Ezekiel 14. This say again, Ezekiel 14 and 21, for thus saith the Lord power, how much more when I send my four sword judgments upon Jerusalem, the sword and the famine and the noisome beast and the pestilence, to cut off from it man and beast. Yet behold, therein shall be left a remnant that shall be brought forth, both sons and daughters. Behold, they shall come forth unto you, right? Because you got these 144 men, right? And they're gonna have them women. Their women gonna be with them, and those women with child, right? It said, behold, they shall come forth unto you, the unknown multitude. So you got the 144, okay, with their women and children shall come forth unto you, the unknown multitude, and ye shall see their way and their doings, and ye shall be comforted concerning the evil that I have brought upon Jerusalem, even concerning all that I have brought upon it. And they shall comfort you when ye shall see their ways and their doings, and ye shall know that I have not done without cause all that I have done in it, saith Yahweh Shema Shah power. You see? So it is a change coming, man. But for Babylon the Great, man, for the world, period, it's for the worst, man. But for the hopeful elect, it's for the good. But there's a change coming, but it ain't for the better, man. This is for the worst. Because the wickedness that the so-called white man has done on the earth, man. And all this is going on. The Lord said he made the world for Israel's sake. So the Lord's going to destroy this, going to destroy North America, Babylon the Great, first and foremost, for putting their hand on the apple of the Lord's eye, man. Okay, and 2/3 got to fall because they refuse to return. But they can't because these are the same ones that said, crucify him and let his blood be on us and our children, man. These are the same ones. That's why the Lord said in Jeremiah 16:4, the sons concerning the sons and the daughters that are born in this place, and the mothers that bear them, and the fathers that begat them. These are the same ones that said, crucify him and let his blood be on us and our children. Hey, so Con, I just read that. The water reposting it. Yeah, man. So it's judgment, man. And it's hard, but it's fair. Because this is the condition of the battle, man. It's hard, but it's fair. Because this is the condition of the battle. Beautiful. Let's read this. Beautiful. This is GMS Virgin Island Straight Gate, 2 Ezra 4:29. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good, the water, fire. Right, man. This is the condition of the battle, man. Because we are, as it was at Hebrews 11, we are pilgrims upon the earth, man. Matter of fact, let me close with that, man. Let me close with that. Because Abraham died. Hey, our forefathers died, man. Still having that faith, that hope, man. This is Hebrews 11. It's a verse 8. By faith, Abraham, when he was called to go out into a place which he shall after receive for inheritance, obeyed, and he went out, not knowing whether he went. By faith, he soldiered in the land of promise, as in a strange country, dwelling in the tabernacles with Isaac and Jacob. What was Esau at? Dwelling in the tabernacle with Isaac and Jacob, the heirs with him of the same promise. Where Esau was at. It say, for he looked for a city which had foundations, whose builder and maker is God. It say, verse 12, therefore sprang there every one, therefore sprang there even of one, and him as good as dead, so many as the stars of the sky in multitude, and as the sand which is by the sea, sure innumerable. These all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. For they that say such things declare plainly that they seek a country. And truly, if they had been mindful of that country from whence they came out, they might have had opportunity to have returned. But now they desire a better country, that is in heavenly. Wherefore power is not ashamed to be called their power, for he hath prepared for them a city. Hey, yeah, man. So we waiting, man. We are pilgrims on the earth, waiting patiently, man. And all these things is finna be gone, man. Let's close with this. Second Ezra 16:40. Just want to read the point. Second Ezra 16:40 reads, O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, because it's Jacob's trouble. And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the earth, man. Hey, so, hey, the water for tuning in, the water for your precepts. Ka halal wa hawa la Yahweh ba Hashem Yahweh Shah ba Hashem Rikak Wadash. Hey, to next time I say Shalom, wa Baba Ba.